Well, welcome to the BNI Effect, the home of amazing conversations with Brisbane BNI members sharing tips on how you can get the most out of your BNI membership. I'm Tony Meredith, and ordinarily I'm a business coach, but today I'm your host and fellow BNI member, bring you another amazing conversation. This episode is episode number 42, and today's guest is Brent Ehlerth. Brent, g'day mate, how you going?
Well, Tony, mate, thanks for having me on today.
Hey, thank you for being here. Why don't we kick it off with you giving us a brief overview of you, your business, and the main services that you offer?
My name's Brent Ehlerth. I own an electrical business. We complete work in Southeast Queensland, predominantly in solar, air conditioning, and all types of electrical. And I've been in the industry since I finished school, so close to 15 years now as an electrician. Really enjoy it. Worked for a great company, did my apprenticeship there, and been running my own business now for this is year number 8 for me.
Wow. And so what was it made early on that led you down the business ownership path?
For me, it was the company I did my apprenticeship at. I had a really, really good mentor there that showed me how successful you could be running your own business, and actually taught me all sorts of different aspects about how to run a business. So I built that passion for myself over a few years that I wanted to try it for myself. So the time came, after I'd been there for 7 years, that I thought it's time for me to take that step and get out there and have a go myself.
Good on you. So 8 years in business. How many staff have you got, mate?
We currently have 30 staff. So that's a mixture of electricians, apprentices, office staff that all sort of work together every day.
Well, congratulations. 8 years in business, 30 staff, an amazing success story. So well done to you and the team, Brent.
Thanks, Tony.
Righto. So let's talk about BNI. So 8 years in business. How and when were you introduced to BNI?
So I was introduced to BNI. I was trying to grow our network down the Gold Coast, and I spoke to a real estate agent down the Gold Coast, and he mentioned I should pop along to a meeting. I'd never heard of BNI before, but I thought, look, I'll give it a go. I'd love to do your work. So if it means coming to a BNI meeting, then fantastic. And I think what it was for me when I went to that meeting, which was, down the Gold Coast, it was an hour drive for me, that someone in the room there on that day asked for a referral of a person that I knew in Brisbane. And I was blown away. I thought, wow, this is crazy. How does this person down the Gold Coast want to meet someone that I know in Brisbane? So that day I signed up. And the rest is history, mate. This is year 7 now for me in BNI. So been in a few different chapters over the years, but got so much out of it that it's a big part of my business strategy moving forward.
So pretty much been in BNI your whole business ownership. So you've been in business for 8 years, so 7 years in BNI. You said you got so much out of BNI. What's an example of some of the things that you've got out of BNI?
For me, what I've got out of BNI is the skills that I've learned from talking to other members. So being at the weekly meetings and speaking to other business owners, other experts in different fields outside of mine have just given me so many good little insights, tips, tricks, ideas that I've been able to implement in my business. And having that trusted network that I can call on if I need someone, whether it's in mortgage broking or an accounting question or a finance question of some sort. I know there's people in those chapters that I can call. They'll pick up my phone call and give me that little bit of advice that otherwise you might pay lots of money for.
It's interesting. Most people that I speak to in this capacity, Brent, they talk about, personal development and the improvements they've got through BNI, and you're the same. You talked about, the conversations you have with others and some tips and tricks and how you can be, whether it be a better person or a better business owner. And these are the things that, even though BNI is all about referrals and generating revenue and the commercial reality, it's all these other benefits that people get out of their BNI membership.
It is. And for me, I'm naturally a quiet sort of person. If I was in a room, I'd prefer to stick in the corner, speak to one person. So I love the structure of BNI that, you've got your turn to talk. It's well, set out with the agenda every week, and gives you an opportunity to sort of sell your business, but without having to be that real cold sell and, go up and meet people that you don't know.
Yeah, and like you said, for people who, like yourself, who would prefer to sort of, retreat, stand in the corner and have individual conversations, it's a wonderful opportunity to showcase your business and also to by doing something every week, you can't help but get better at it, So it doesn't matter where you start, whether, you're nervous and anxious or whatever it is, you keep going back week after week and you really start to hone in on that skill.
Yeah, no, exactly right. I completely agree. I had never done much public speaking before BNI, had never done much presenting, but it's helped me in all aspects of running my business, being able to talk to large groups of people, being able to go to customers and talk to customers and sell the business, as well as outside of work. It's definitely helped me personally develop into a much more outgoing person, and yeah, and definitely a lot more knowledgeable too.
And how do you measure the success of your participation at BNI?
So I don't measure it too much on the referrals and thank you for close of business I receive. I see it as a big part of just having a network for my business. So uh, if BNI provides me a great network of different resources and companies that I use every day and my team uses every day to help us get through, to sort out problems when they come up, or to sort of plan for future things, or to help us grow in certain areas. There's a magnitude of reasons that BNI helps me, and then for me, the referrals are just a bonus on the side that we do receive.
And how has your business evolved since being in BNI, 7 years ago? What role has networking played in that growth?
It's played a massive role. So, BNI this year will probably contribute to, I would say, maybe like a fifth of our business revenue, which is huge, which has only probably been the last 12 months that has really jumped for me. So from a financial point of view, I'm seeing a great return. And it also, like I mentioned before, helps with my personal development, gives my company a network of other businesses that we need every day to run. And also over the years, I've just formed great friendships with so many people that, I associate with outside of work and through my family as well.
And so in the last year, you said that the contribution from BNI has jumped significantly within your own business. Have you done something different in the last 12 months, Brent?
I have recently joined a new chapter, and I joined under a new category. So I joined under the solar category, which I hadn't been in before. That's definitely, I think, opened up a few more doors. A lot of people I dealt with over the years didn't realize that we could do solar as well. So that's been fantastic for picking up new solar installations. But overall, just there's a few referrals I've had over the years that have been really good for us, and they've managed to get me in over a couple of years with some great clientele that produces a lot of work for us now. So it was definitely a long burn to those sort of clients, but yeah, paying off massively now.
Well, A, it's a testament to you and the team, and B, it's also a testament to, being consistent, providing amazing, customer service, but then also just being consistent in what you do. And hence, the business is performing as it is. What advice would you give to new BNI members to make the most out of their membership?
Well, I speak, being a tradie myself, I speak to a lot of tradies, and it's hard to get the message through to tradies a lot of the time about the benefits of BNI. But the advice I would give them is don't judge BNI by the referrals you're receiving and the revenue that you're receiving. Judge it by what else you could be learning that could be helping your business, the connections that you might have that could be helping your business. The personal development that BNI offers, not only in your chapter, but within the whole network. You can learn skills and create a group of people that you need to run your business, because especially us as tradies, we don't often learn a lot of those business skills. You have to find out the hard way. So being part of a group like BNI can save you a lot of heartache and save you a lot of money as well, making better decisions every day with that bit of advice.
And what can we do to help tradies get the message more, right? So you said that, it's hard to get the message through sometimes to tradies about the benefits of BNI. Like, what could we do different to help that message resonate?
I think a lot of tradies, they look at their cost per hour, and they look at, like, if I'm not on the tools and I'm not making money, then I'm not taking my business forward. But uh, I think sometimes showing them the cost of how much money they could save, of how many better decisions they could make, as well as like the revenue or referrals they could receive, you show them the numbers, and I think a lot of the time then that really helps them get on board with BNI, and gets them past that hurdle of, all right, I'm going to give up 2 or 3 hours of my week every week to network and be a part of this group and contribute. But yeah, here's what I'm probably saving, making better decisions and having better contacts for my business.
So it sounds to me like having more of a medium to longer term approach, and also viewing those few hours as an investment, not an expense. So I'm investing in myself, I'm investing in the betterment of my business, the marketing of my business, as opposed to, gosh, I've just lost out 2 hours at X amount per hour. So it's about changing that mindset is what I'm taking out of that, Brent.
Yeah, no, exactly. Sometimes it's easier to save money on your expenses and bring in more revenue. So yeah.
Very good. What's next for Ehlerth Electrical, mate?
So we next for us, we're obviously still trying to grow as a business, grow in the areas that we already are involved in, which is insurance, maintenance, body corporate work, as well as aged care and a bit of light commercial construction. But we're actually starting to really try and generate a lot of work in Toowoomba. So and part of that strategy is one of our key staff members, is moving to Toowoomba, where he's originally from. We already do a little bit of work up there, but we want to grow that area. So BNI has become part of that strategy now too. We're going to probably join a BNI chapter in Toowoomba, and really just try and grow that work volume through our existing clients, but also new clients in that area.
Well, that's exciting. How do you see the relationship with BNI evolving as your business grows?
I especially for myself, being a part of the DNA team has helped take me. I like being involved in that caliber of people that's in that group. So it's definitely helping me, understand high performing people, business owners that have got great businesses and have been in BNI for a long time. And it sort of also puts me in front of more people. I'm regularly seeing more groups and dealing with more people, which grows my network that I can use for my business. But it's also led to great referrals and working with other electricians and other similar companies in different groups as well. So
There may be some people who are listening or watching who aren't familiar with what the DNA group is, Brent. Just explain that for them, mate.
yeah, so the DNA group's directors and ambassadors. So as part of that group, we help support other chapters as well. So I've got my regular chapter that I meet up with on a Thursday, but I then look after another chapter on a Friday, and that's been fantastic as well. I've been with them for over 12, probably 18 months now, actually, and seeing them grow as a launch chapter and developed a whole new group of connections there that I use for my business, as well as I help work with some of them as well.
And if you could share one piece of wisdom with our listeners, whether they're in BNI or not, what would that wisdom be, Brent?
It would be to probably just always do the little things, even if you're getting knocked down a couple of times, that you've just, you can sort of go back into your shell once you get knocked down a couple of times, but know that you're going to move past that little bit of a setback, and that there's generally better things around the corner.
Great advice. How can listeners learn more about your business or get in touch with you?
Best way for BNI listeners to find me would be on the app. All my details are there. But otherwise, they can touch base with us on social media or email us directly on our website. There's a magnitude of ways to find us and get in contact with us.
Excellent. Thank you, Brent. Well, that wraps up another episode of the BNI Effect. I hope you enjoyed today's discussion, and I want to extend a big thank you to our guest, Brent Ehlerth, for sharing his insights with us. If you found value in today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to the BNI Effect on your favourite podcast platform. And until next time, thank you for listening.